The revolution that will consume Tinubu government over hardship will start from northern Nigeria, Dele Farotimi says. This is said today. Of course, what is happening is that life is so tough that people cannot survive. Again, the southerners and the middle belt are becoming docile about it, but already north is still getting it hot. So Farotimi has looked or dissected the all the joints of the country today, and has said that the kind of revolution that will consume Tinubu's government is likely or is obviously going to come from the north. Let's dive into the details to see exactly what he's trying to pass. According to him, an average Igbo person has learned not to depend on the government, so it is easier for them to survive on their own. Okay? Human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi has said that the current Nigerian system is not sustainable and that the revolution and problem that will destroy President Bola Tinubu's government will come from the northern region of Nigeria, because they are the people that depend on government for survival. That is the truth. They can't survive on their own, and I agree totally. So in an interview making the rounds on social media, Farotimi said that revolution against the suffering created by President Tinubu's government will not start in the eastern Nigeria. According to him, an average Igbo man or Igbo person has learned not to depend on the government, so it is easier for them to survive on their own. He said, long ago, I predicted that the Nigerian revolution will start in northern Nigeria. The only reason I said so at the time is because the north had always been the reason we could not find a common ground, a common purpose to fight the evil. But now that the person in power in the presidency is not a northerner, and he is at best a nominal Muslim, and the suffering has now been fully democratized, the northern streets, not northern elites, has no interest in forbearing and continuing to suffer. So why is it that all of a sudden everything they tolerated in all the years of Muhammadu Buhari is no longer tolerable? I don't know how long it is going to take, but if this mess continues, the problem that will consume this government will start in the northern Nigeria. It is not going to start in the east. It might seem like nothing is going to happen, but something will definitely happen. This system is not sustainable, he said. Justifying his point in detail, the activist said, you will really find an Igbo man applying to civil service or looking for a salary job. The average ones, even the ones that went to the university, still are attached themselves with somebody in the market and learn a trade. They learn to do without the government. They learn to discount the government completely, which means that the Igbo man is better equipped than any other Nigerian to cope with our current circumstances where the government has completely become useless. So the Igbo man was already prepared for the uselessness of the government. Now that he is prepared for it and everyone wants to stigmatize him, I can't blame the Igbo man for turning around and saying, it is none of my business. Enjoy your government. He said he didn't enjoy anything from the beginning. I am talking about average Igbo man, not about the Ojus or Carlos or the Okorochas of this world who have always fed on the grievances of the Igbo people and have made money by appeasement of the government and presume to speak on behalf of the Igbos. Average Igbo man on the street grew up believing that he has no portion in Nigeria, which was what fed the Biafran spirit and demanded for Biafra even 50 years after the Civil War. So the average Igbo man in Igbo land, in Alaba International Market, in Ladepo, have always lived with the mentality of being victims of the system. And that is true. That is very, very true. What Dele TV had just mentioned is the truth. Even in the middle belt, even in the south, is only even a bit of the southwest. It's only the north that is those are the people that have learned or have felt that Nigeria is their own and they live on the national resources. Igbo man believes that it's not part of Nigeria, and so he has no heritage in the country called Nigeria. And because of that, he works very hard to get his money. He works very hard to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and he works very hard to be self-dependent. And so when things are tough, the Igbo man will ride on the toughness to make a living. And that is exactly what is happening today. They say they import, they say dollar, they say this. Igbo man has the money to import, and he will put his price, and you will buy at his price. You can't stop it. It's either you buy at his price or you leave it. It's you that will suffer. So because of their trade, buying and selling, import and export, they learn to ride on the wave or ride on the wind like the eagle. Okay, they ride on the wave like the whales. So when the tide is up, they are up on top of the tide. When the tide is going down, they are on top of the tide, going down with it. So they are very, very dynamic in their pursuit for life. But it's only the Hausa man that if it does not come free through one allergy, they are finished. The Yorubas too, they're just making noise. I'm telling you, they can't really fit into anything. No trade, no skill set, no profession, nothing. They just making noise and attending parties. The middle belt, where they bit into farming, and this insecurity had destroyed their farmland and their farming initiative, and now they're suffering there. So, but Igbo man will continue to survive, whether home or abroad, whether I like it or not. He will buy, he will sell, he will make his profit, he will go again. And he's not keen about profit margin, provided he sell and turn around very fast. He believes in quick turnaround and not selling one for too long. So what Dele Faro to me is passing here is that this Igbo man is more equipped and more prepared to face the hardship in the country than any other tribe in Nigeria, and that is true. Very, very, very true. Now let me see. I know that some people will come for him here. Somebody said, continue to rant. Tinubu will not arrest neither you nor Aisha. You will keep on barking like a dog until you are tired. Who now you the talk? Some say, did anyone arrest Tinubu during Jonathan regime? That's the question. Yoruba Muslims talk without sense, not be lie. You lack reasonable sense, so my brother, no sense at all. Hey, they don't finish them. That is it. Don't just allow this devil full of hate infect your soul. This disgusting man is full of bitterness and hatred. Okay, oh, I pray make it start now. Enough is enough. That's what this guy is saying. My bro, you have said it all. Oh. Truth is bitter. I know that a lot of people will not comment on this. They would rather hate Dele Faro to me for saying it, but that is the truth. And that's why Igbo man is saying, we take assignment for your government. Go and enjoy your government. And I say, go and get engaged. They're already insulting Dele Faro to me here. But you have said the truth. They say never had the solution to any problems. Of course, he has a solution. He's telling you what it is. And somebody said that is why most of the schools are not government secondary schools, boys or girls. Over there, it is either community secondary school or one established by religious bodies. Tinubu should immediately divide this country. Yes, because the cabal are making it tough for this government at all costs. Failure to divide the country will cause more problem. That is it. The country, there's going to be brutal protests that will take away thousands of people in Nigeria. This is the right way and time to sit on round table and have a referendum. Cabal are doing their best to frustrate this government. There's no cabal anything. In fact, it's the government itself that is the cabal. That is the truth. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment over what Dele Faro to me has said about this country now under Tinubu's government.